Chanthaburi is located on the eastern coast of Thailand, where it's prosperous of natural resources and famous for its local products. One of those products which has made Chanthaburi famous for more than a century is Chanthaburi James, the precious stone created from the land in Chanthaburi, which has been transformed with local wisdom of the ancestor to make those gems glitter shining bright and invaluable. Originally, natural gems do not have beauty or bright color as we see them shown at a shop, but they are all full of chains and blocks. Thailand is the only one country in the world which is expert in preparing and polishing natural corundum gems. In preparing process, its techniques is very concealing and full of mysteries, which also needs a lot of skill that have been accumulated for quite a long time from generations to generation. It is also called the heritage of Chanthaburi craftsmen, who is in charge of transforming a piece of a stone into a precious and invaluable gems. Polishing gems is another way of exquisite mystery which needs the craftsman's skill that are put into the polishing process to create another shape of Chanthaburi gems. Gems business creates enormous economic opportunities to Chanthaburi local people. The expanding in selling and producing Thai gems and jewelry demands more of raw materials. It has become an issue of increasing resources of gems in Thailand. Better new resources from all around the world where the gems were found have been discovered to supply the sufficient amount of demands needed. Since Thailand is famous for its preparing and polishing gems process, there are lots of gems coming from every corner of the world to Chanthaburi in order to pass the process in increasing value and transforming the stone into the purchased gems before they are exported. Gems and jewelry industry is a business that needs highly distinctive skill. That the craftsman is a very important person. The craftsman needs to select gems with care in order to have them polished. Chanthaburi has more than 50,000 skilled craftsmen and traders, and more than 700 factories are located there. It also has more than 600 million baht a month or 7,200 million baht a year circulating in gems and jewelry business. Sijan Road is the Gems Business Center in Chanthaburi. Every Friday and Saturday is the meeting market days of gems traders who come from everywhere to find the precious gems. Techniques of gem preparing and polishing make Chanthaburi and Thailand famous. It has become a foundation that supports Chanthaburi to be the world center of gems production, and Chanthaburi is called the City of Gems. Thai officials and private companies have created the Gems and Jewelry Management Center project so that the center can support this business. The center is located in the center of Chanthaburi city, which the land of 13 Rai. It is the center of selling and buying gems, information and knowledge, and it is also the center where the gems pass the process of QC before the export process. Gems and Jewelry Center Gems Pavilion, Gems Lab, Gems Museum, Gems Bank. The construction of the first phase of Gems and Jewelry Center is currently in the process. Meanwhile, the authors are already planned throughout our 4 main projects in order to support the main project, which is titled Chanthaburi, the City of Gems. Resource training projects in James and Jewelry is another interesting minor project containment. It is done by establishing the institute, where provides interest, knowledge, intellect, and techniques in preparing gems by local people. The development and analysis center is consistent with database system on gems and jewelry. It will develop the process in preparing and polishing by analyzing the chemical resource gained. Turning resources in investment is done by changing the gems product available in the gems bank to catch with help traders to make more chances in expanding the production capacity. And the development of James Museum projects has been planned to make this place a center of learning and knowledge of Chanthaburi James. Now Thailand is one of the biggest James trading center. Thailand has a lot of James resources which is accessed from all over the world. The very famous James trading market is now in Chanthaburi. Chanthaburi is also accepted for its process in preparing and polishing gems with a standard guarantee. In the future, the world will know more about Chanthaburi as the center of gems, which provides one-stop spot services where the traders from all over the world can enjoy buying, finding, and selling gems and jewelry. Chanthaburi, the city of gems.